Before the video starts, quick reminder that there's only 2 more days to claim your M12 Molten in Jailbreak. It's 599k. It's pretty good. If you want to get it now. Otherwise, it'll be gone for good. Alright, so do you remember a couple months ago? I don't know if it was maybe it was like 4 or 5. I don't know. A while ago, I made a video called my top 5 jailbreak cars or whatever like that, something like that, where I ranked my top 5 favorite jailbreak vehicles. So today I thought I would do something like that, except instead of my favorite, top 5 worst jailbreak vehicles, ones that you should not buy unless you're doing it for a meme. Alright, so number 5 being the best worst. So number 1 is the worst. Number 5 is like the least worst. This could be the UFO. And before you go and dislike and say, because I know a lot of people are avid UFO fans. Before you get all mad and say like I'm unsubscribing, I'm disliking because the UFO is my favorite vehicle, hear me out. Just let me explain before you do anything. Okay? Deal? Alright, so let's get into the reasons. So I do not hate the UFO because of the actual vehicle. I do not actually hate the UFO. I think it's a pretty cool vehicle. I actually think it's a pretty cool vehicle. I like how it spins. I like how you look, like you can actually see yourself. I like the fact that it's got that little beam. So it's pretty fast too. So I do not dislike the UFO itself. What I dislike is how you get it. So let's say you're a criminal and you're trying to get the UFO. These are the steps you have to take. So first you have to escape, obviously go over here. But the only way to get the UFO is through the Area 51 military base. For that, there's 2 things you need. So to get past the force field, you'll need a police uniform. And the only way to get that is from a police station. So if you go to a police station, you get it. Come back. Then for this gate over here, you need a key card. And maybe there's a bunch of alright, so say you get a key card here. Going on over here, there's a big spawn point for cops, like a lot of cops spawn over here. So that's one thing to take a note. But so you finally go in here. You go into the top secret research building. Then you have to go in here. And then this is the biggest problem. This. It's extremely buggy and very hard to get out. So it takes me a while every time just to get it out of the actual building. And that shouldn't be a thing. I think this pipe or something is blocking it, and this door closing every 5 seconds. Finally got out. So, but that's why it's on my number 5, because I like it as a vehicle, but in terms of accessibility, it's not the best. But if you're trying to buy something for like your first vehicle, for a good grinding vehicle, this wouldn't be the best unless you're on like a private server. The number 4 spot is going to be the Porsche. Located at the museum, the Porsche is like 70,000. Well, I forgot to mention the UFO is 500,000. Right off the bat, you can see it's not very fast. Upgrade it, it's not much better. So it is the only way you can spawn it. Mobile garage doors, you don't have that. You gotta go all the way to the museum, which can be kind of tedious because it takes a while to get there. But it's not terrible, and that's why I only put it at number 4. But I would suggest Lamborghini for a cheap grinding car, but do what you do, I guess. Alright, and the number 3 spot is going to be the Ferrari. So the Ferrari is $200,000, located all the way at the back. It looks really cool. I like the design of it. They recently revamped it. Looks cool in first person and third. They got vroom, but some of the downsides are it's located over here, which is it's a fine place. It's not super far away. So for $200,000 is a lot of money to a lot of people, including me. And if you pay $200,000, you expect a good car. And speed-wise, it's pretty good. But the Lamborghini sitting at only 100K is basically the same speed. Like I haven't done an official test, but I'm pretty sure this is the same speed, if not faster, but there's an 100K difference. Honestly, if you're rich and you like cool looking cars, get it, because otherwise, if you just want a car that's fast, this is the same speed but 100K less. Alrighty, so that brings us to the number 2 spot, and for this one we're gonna have the jet. So the $1 million jet. The jet can be found in 2 places, either in the Area 51 military base, which we already discussed is hard to get into, or the airport. You either have to go through all that work to get in here, or go all the way on the other side of the map to the airport. Say you don't care. I'll give out some pros real quick. It is pretty fast. It does look kind of cool, but those are kind of like the only pros. So it's fast and all, but when you actually try to go and get to a robbery, you gotta slow down a bunch, and then you can't control the landing. Go back and make sure there's runway. Go on the robbery, and then you have to rev up, and then try to control it. It's pretty hard to control, and if you get stuck, you're doomed. Like, that's it. You have to like spawn a new one, and the only way to get a new one, you have to go back to Area 51, or you have to go back to the airport, because it is not spawnable. $1 million is just not worth $1 million. I mean, like, even $1 million is a lot to a lot of people, including me. And it's just like, maybe if it was like 400K, it would be better, but still. But if you want to have somebody just to mess around with, it's kind of good. But again, if you want something to be like a good, affordable grinding car, that's not going to be the car for you. So at the number 1 spot, we have the worst vehicle in the game. You guys can probably know where it's going to be. So at the number 1 spot, we have the Sloop. First glance, it's kind of cool. Then you realize it's $1 million. It's 1-seater, but multiple people can be like standing on it. It's actually pretty slow. It's out in the middle of nowhere in a cave, and you can't use it on land. And the only water robbery is the cargo boat, and you cannot use it on the cargo boat. If you're someone who doesn't have a lot of cash and just needs a vehicle that is reliable and will help them grind, I do not suggest this vehicle, because you cannot grind with this at all, because it's a water vehicle. But if you have a lot of cash and you just want to mess around, it's an okay vehicle to get. So that is going to wrap it up for the video. Sorry about the sliding again. It's been very weird. I'm trying to fix it. But yeah, if you agreed with my list, leave a like. If you have a different list, respectfully put it in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to look at it and try to heart your comments. Yeah, comment down any other video ideas you want me to do, and I'll see you guys next time.